Thank you for joining the Pioneer Library System. My name is Ms. Vona. I'm one of the children's librarians at the Moore Public Library, and I am excited to bring you the next installment of Nursery Rhyme Yoga. Let's get started with a warm-up. We're going to be doing a lot of things to make our shoulders loose today. So we're going to raise our arms up, tall as can be, and then I'm going to bend my left arm and reach over with my right hand and pull it back just a little bit. And that should make your shoulders feel very loose. You should feel it in those muscles. And I'm taking deep breaths while I do this. Then I'll raise my arms back up, and I'm going to do it with the other side. So I bend my right arm, pull back on my arm, and I feel that stretch. I also feel it in the fronts of my arms here. And then I'll bring it down, and I'm going to let my hands clasp behind it. I'm holding my own hands, and I'm pulling back. And I need to tuck my belly in, push my hips forward, and then I'm going to fall forward. Bringing my clasped hands over my head. And that's another one. You should feel it in your shoulders, and you should feel it in your arms. All the different muscles in your arms. And I'm going to use that to pull myself back up slowly. And then I'm going to do some twisting. This one will get my heart rate up just a little bit. If I twist back and forth with my arms out like I'm flying a helicopter. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our nursery rhymes today. The first nursery rhyme we're going to do today is called a tisket, a tasket. And it goes, a tisket, a tasket, a green and yellow basket. I wrote a letter to my mom, and on the way I dropped it, I dropped it, I dropped it. On the way I dropped it, a little boy picked it up and put it in his pocket. Okay, so of course the first thing we want to do, a tisket, a tasket, a green and yellow basket. We want to make ourselves look like a basket. So I'm going to lay on my stomach and bend my knees. And then I'm going to reach my arms back and grab a hold of my ankles or your feet, whatever you can reach. And then you're going to pull up so you're only on your tummy and your hips. And you should have made yourself look like the bowl of a basket. Like if you put something on my back, you would be able to leave it there. And most of the stretch will be coming in your lower back and also in the front of your thighs. You should feel that at the front of your legs. All right, so I was a basket and I wrote a letter to my mom, and on the way I dropped it. So we're gonna stand up so I'll be able to drop. So we're gonna stand up tall. My feet are underneath my hips. I've tucked my tummy in, pushed my hips forward, have my spine as straight as can be, and I lift my arms up. And then I'm going to do a forward fold slowly to where I dropped it. And then I'm just going to hang here. Taking some deep breaths. Breathing in and out. I'm feeling that looseness in my back, my arms. And then I'm going to roll back up slowly. Don't want to snap back up yet. So on the way I dropped it, I dropped it, I dropped it. On the way I dropped it, a little boy. So we're going to do child's pose. So we're going to get on our knees, and you'll sit on them, and then you're going to fold over to where your forehead touches the mat. When your forehead touches the mat, you put your arms on the mat or floor, and then put the hands behind your back. You can even clasp them if you would like. Hold on to your elbows. And we want to breathe again, because in yoga, breathing is very important. It helps us relax in our exercise. It helps us make more space so we can move and twist more. So we want to make sure we're doing deep breaths. A little boy picked it up and put it in his pocket. So we're going to pick ourselves up. So we're going to first, you'll have your hands underneath your shoulders and then stretch out your legs, curl your toes under, and lift your knees off the ground into a plank pose. And this one's a strong all body pose. You're using your legs, you're using your arms, you're using your stomach muscles to keep yourself straight as can be. And we're gonna hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then I can put my knees back on the ground. All right, so we picked ourselves up. Let's do our second nursery rhyme, which is Hickory Dickory Dock. And it goes, hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down, hickory dickory dock. Okay, so let's start out being a mouse. So I'm gonna have us lay on our stomachs again. We're gonna lay on our bellies. So this time we're gonna point our toes. And then I'm gonna take my hands and put them right next to my shoulders. And then I'm gonna push my chest and my shoulders off the ground. My belly still touches the ground, my legs still touch the ground. It's just my chest and shoulders off the ground. And I don't want my arms to be out like wings. I want them to be close to my body for this one. And you should feel this in your lower back, right here. We're doing lots of shoulder and lower back work today. Okay, so that's our mouse. Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. So we're gonna stand up like we're an old grandfather analog clock. Those are really tall clocks. So we're gonna stand up and we're gonna lift our arms up above us and we're gonna clap them together like we are at a 12 o'clock. Now we're gonna make our arms go around the clock. So we're gonna pretend we're gonna go 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. And then I'll bring my other arm up and we're gonna lift it up. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So we made our way all the way around the clock. All right, and the clock struck 1, that means it's gonna make a loud dong noise, and it's gonna be a 1 o'clock. So let's make our bodies look like a 1. Pull it in tight and straight. And we're 1, and let's ding like a clock once. Ding! All right, so clock struck 1 and the mouse ran down. So let's run down, run down. Oh, I almost fell down right there. You guys, it's okay if you do that sometimes. Like I said, go, you might fall sometimes. So the mouse ran down and now I'm gonna squat. And so I'm going to keep my feet flat. You might be up on your toes and that's okay. I'm gonna try doing it with my feet flat on the ground, and then I'm gonna lean over forward like I'm a little mouse that just ran down the clock. Hickory dickory dock. All right, now let's do our special breath today. Today I'm gonna do a take 5 breath. Take 5 breath is great if you're feeling really angry or upset about something. This one can make you go back to feeling calm and help you concentrate and think about what you should be doing next. So you're gonna hold out your hand with a 5, spread your fingers apart, and then take your other hand and get your pointer finger out. And when we breathe in, we're gonna trace around our palm, breathing in, and then we'll breathe out. So we're taking 5, so let's take 5 breaths in. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 5 breaths out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll do it again. Breathe in for 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out for 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's do it one more time. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And breathe out 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That was some excellent breathing. If you're enjoying doing yoga at home or the nursery rhymes, Hoopla and Overdrive and Canopy all have nursery rhymes on it. So you are welcome to watch some of those videos and read some of the nursery rhyme books, and it has way more than even I'm doing. There are many, many nursery rhymes out there. So if you're enjoying that, grab your library card and go download one of those books. Thank you so much for joining the Pioneer Library System. I'll see you next time.